From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, son.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Well, if you like the weather you saw today, you're going to love the weather here over the next couple of days. We've still got this spring-like weather here through Friday, but it's not going to last forever, folks. We're going to be dropping those temperatures significantly over the weekend. Also, some rain coming in by the weekend, an unsettled start to the beginning of next week. We're going to get into all of that, but before we do that, here's a quick look at your Krueger's Quickcast for your Wednesday, February 26th. Tonight, temperatures dropping down into the low 40s for the valley. We've got 20s and 30s for the higher elevations, and it looks like the coast, temperatures somewhere in the low to mid 40s out the door tomorrow morning. A little chilly to start the day, especially for many of the higher elevations. You'll notice a few more clouds out there tomorrow morning, but otherwise mid 40s in the valley, pretty mild there. Trinity County, low 40s. For the coast, low 40s there, and generally in the 30s for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and of course the eastern mountains. Big wall of clouds heading our way. Looks impressive. Look like it's going to have a big impact on our weather, but it's not. We've got high pressure in place. Low pressure here, another one up to the north. That's all going to be basically shifting north and south. This area of low pressure right here will move over Southern California, and we, as a result, will remain dry at least through the rest of the week and even to the first half of the weekend. Some clouds approaching through the day on Thursday, but then they kind of back off a bit here going into Thursday afternoon. So for tomorrow, yeah, mainly sunny skies, mid to upper 70s in the valley, temperatures in the 60s for many of the higher elevations, and we've got those upper 50s, even some low 60s for some of the warmer spots out there along the coast. 7-day forecast, we're keeping it dry through Saturday in the valley, but notice the temperatures, they do drop a bit on Saturday and even more so by Sunday. Sunday is the main event for the rain. And then by Monday, maybe a stray shower, and then mainly dry for Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to keep it unsettled for the coast for Monday, Tuesday, and really even for the mountains. But overall, we're going to keep those temperatures fairly mild and warm for the mountains here through Friday. A bigger drop in our temperatures for Saturday and especially into Sunday. All right, that's a look at your Krueger's Quickcast. Hey, there's access to a 24-hour streaming channel on all of my platforms, weathernorcal.com, from the free Weather NorCal app. You can also watch it on your smart TV. If you have Roku Fire Stick, search for Weather NorCal, and you can download the app for free and watch the 24-hour streaming channel. If you don't have these devices, most likely your smart TV has a YouTube app on it. Go to the YouTube app, search for the Weather NorCal YouTube channel, subscribe to it while you're at it, and you can watch not only the 24-hour streaming channel, but what I love about the YouTube app is you can watch the videos, the latest forecast on demand, like the one you're watching now. So check it out, the 24-hour streaming channel right here on Weather NorCal. All right, take a look at the big picture again. So what we've got here, low pressure here, another one here. This energy is going to start to split in two. We've got high pressure in place right now. That's what's breaking away at this storm system. So this is an area of low pressure. You see how it gets stronger and develops. But even so, by the time it reaches to the south, it's going to lose a lot of its energy and even its moisture. So the main impact will bring us a few high clouds for your Friday in particular. That once that kind of paves the way for this storm system, because this will be able to break through the ridge. But what we're seeing happen, you see this swirling area of low pressure. Look at this. It's just off the coast. So this is the main event on Sunday, the rain moving through. Now, depending on exactly the location of this low pressure will depend on how long the rain sticks around. So if it shifts to the east like this, yes, I think everyone will still see a chance for showers, just not as heavy, if you will, as we're going to see on Sunday. And then by the time we get into Tuesday, that should shift off to the east. There may be some leftover instability for the mountains and coast on Tuesday of next week, but otherwise we're dry for Wednesday, Thursday, and most likely Friday of next week. That depends, though. All right, so this area of low pressure right here, pretty far to the south. That's what this model shows. There's another forecast model that we look at, known as the European forecast model. Where does it want to be? This low pressure, instead of being here, is a little bit more to the north. Now, it's not going to be far enough north that everyone would be looking at rain for Northern California, but places like Chico, Red Bluff, maybe a chance for a shower. But again, it all depends on where this decides to go. So we'll have to watch that. It's a long way from now. A lot will happen between now and then, so certainly be watching. It certainly would be nice to get some more rainfall next week, wouldn't it? All right, so there you can see. And because of that the trend of these storm systems moving more to the south, look what's happening. You see the darker shade of green? That is a better chance of seeing above normal rainfall. We're actually within that shade of green right there. That's a slimmer chance. And of course, as you head north, believe it or not, the Pacific Northwest could be drier than California in March. Kind of interesting. And of course, along with that, cooler temperatures. Now, I don't expect it to be as cool for the north end of California, Northern California really, right? A little bit cooler to the south. And again, it's because of where those low pressure systems are going. It's going to drop those temperatures even more. But I mean, check this out. I mean, we're in the mid to upper 70s for Redding for tomorrow and Friday. Big drop in the temperatures, over a 10-degree drop as a matter of fact, and even more so by the time we go into Sunday. The normal high is 63. We'll be just below that. So it'll be right around normal for this time of the year as we go into next week, toward the end of next week, and even into that next weekend. Taking a look at the wave heights, they're increasing again here for tomorrow. Most likely we'll see another small craft advisory out there. And then, of course, as we go into Friday, they'll start to retreat again. But with that all being said, there actually is a beach hazard statement. So what that is the risk for sneaker waves. Sneaker waves, you're out on the beach, right? And it looks like a calm beach. Suddenly, a large rush of water and wave come on shore, unexpectedly. You don't even see it coming. Next thing you know, you're being swept under your feet and swept into the ocean. And if you're rock hopping, it's even more dangerous. So that's why I want you to be aware of that. That is for pretty much through the day tomorrow into tomorrow night. That's that beach hazard statement. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our temperatures for tonight. And again, low to mid 40s in the valley, 20s, 30s for the higher elevations. And of course, we're looking at still a little bit of cloud cover out there. So those temperatures should be somewhere in the mid to upper 40s here for your overnight lows here for the coast. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Trinity County neighborhood forecast, and you've got those temperatures upper 60s to around 70. So just another beautiful day out there in store for us. We take you out to the north coast down to the south, and there you can see out towards Honeydew, 69, 67 degrees for Garberville and Alder Point. That's also the case for Blue Lake. Up north, about 67 for Smith River, 66 for Gas Key, 72 degrees for Orleans, and there you can see out towards Willow Creek, about 68 degrees. And your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, those temperatures mainly in the 60s, although some of the cooler spots, these higher elevations to the north and east, upper 50s, places like Tennant, 54 degrees for McDowell. Your Modoc County neighborhood forecast, we've got those temperatures in the low 60s, although Cedarville about 57, 56 for Fort Bidwell, and Eagleville about 59. Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, upper 50s to low 60s, although look at Paradise, 72, 69 for Shingletown. Where everyone, all of Northern California dry through the day on Saturday. Saturday night and Sunday, that's when the rain moves in. Here's your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Your temperatures in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow. And there you can see, of course, those temperatures dropping a little bit Friday. Mid 60s Saturday, there's that rain. The main event will be Sunday. There could be a leftover stray shower or two on Monday, and then most likely looking at dry conditions for Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll have to kind of wait and see what happens with the long-range forecast models. Up to the north, you're talking about temperatures upper 70s for your Thursday. Lakehead, 75, 73 degrees for Whiskeytown. And there you can see out towards Redding, a high of 77. Speaking of Redding, here's a look at your 7-day outlook. Oh man, looking gorgeous. Get out there and enjoy it. Because, we do have some rain in the forecast. That's always the good part of it, right? And that will be on Sunday. This is not going to be a big storm, by the way, on Sunday, folks. So, don't count on a ton of rain. And then Monday, yeah, maybe a leftover shower and still maybe a little unsettled into Tuesday. We'll see. But generally in the upper 50s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right, that's your evening update, folks. Have yourselves a great night. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for your latest forecast and live on Coffee with Krueger at 7 a.m.
Wiggly mouth.
Woggy mouth.
No.
Painting.
Wiggy mouth.
It's Woogie Moth Painting.
It's Walgamuth Painting, and yes, we'll paint anything.